We're going to close our eyes, but before we close our eyes, I want you to think of something you've wanted to do, that hasn't seemed easy. Now, look for a mental setback and attach it to it. I'm giving like a few minutes to do that. Okay, now let's close our eyes. So now we're going to imagine if we started doing this thing on Monday. Now let's also imagine if we started doing this thing, we failed miserably, but we kept on going. Now, let's imagine, that's the last imagination we're going to be doing. Imagine you went on, did this thing, and impacted over 500,000 people, let's just say. Now open your eyes. I'm sure you felt some form of discomfort. If not, you're a cool person. But if you did, then today's speech might be for you. Now, the title or the question I want to throw at you is, who enjoys the taste of fire? Right. It's like a breakup. I don't know if anyone here enjoys going through a breakup, or I don't know if anyone here enjoys getting roasted or burned from a friend. But today I want to bring your minds to something. So I've called it the 3 S's. The first one is the sting, the soothe, and then the satisfaction. Now, the sting is when you feel some form of discomfort in wanting to do something and reality sets in. I'll give you an example of, I'll give you a practical example, but reality sets in and you're not sure what you're going to do matters, or it doesn't make sense to the rest of the world, and even to you sometimes. And then there's the soothing stage. Everybody understands how soothing works. Maybe you put some ice on it, or I don't know, something to help you calm down. Now, the soothing stage in turn is like relaxing, putting yourself in place or preparing yourself for what is ahead. Now, the real job or the real work starts at the satisfaction stage. That is where you've shown yourself worthy of carrying this burden or this mantle on yourself. Now, let me share a story. A little over 2 years ago, I started a food blog. For those of you who know, the name of the food blog is Bolo Eats. I didn't start because I like food, and people are looking at my stomach to say, well, you're lying. But I started because there was a need. I started because I was uncomfortable. Now, at the time, there were so many old people. I don't want to mention names, but at the time, there were so many older generations doing food blogging, and they were not doing it in a style that I felt like my generation could resonate with. So what did I do? There was a level of discomfort that I sat in, I slept in. Now, before I started, I asked myself, who would even watch this? Would I watch myself put out content? And the answer was no. So I was like, I'm not going to start after all. And then a few days after, I decided to take up my phone and create an account. And I create an account and I don't put in any effort and I post a video. Now, all this is a sting stage. I post a video and only 4 people view it. I was devastated. I almost deleted the account because what kind of embarrassment is this? Now, I remember when I posted another video, it was before a Sunday. What I did was I went to church and I warned everybody, they better go follow me and like the video. Now, when everybody watched the video, at that time, there was this gospel musician who was very popular. My video did well than his. And I was like, you know what? I'm a celebrity. Now, it brought my mind to the realization that, you know what? If I kept on doing this, I might get good at it. So it brings me to the soothing stage. I decided to study to show myself approved. I decided to do some research. I went out for a few workshops that taught me how to edit. I learned how to, even though the videos were not good enough, but I still put out something. Now, I'm going to jump all the way to the satisfaction stage because the soothing stage is just about me building myself up. Now, the satisfaction stage, that is where people found Bolo Eats. Now, the truth is, I didn't start out as Bolo Eats. I started out as Knifed. Now, the reason why I wanted to do something called Knifed is because you know how food is. Food has to be dissected to be able to be eaten. So I wanted to be able to open up different parts of the food space in Ghana and beyond. Now, when that didn't work, I was like, let me add an identity to it. I'm not going to get into why it's called Bolo Eats, but it's called Bolo Eats because during lockdown, I became big and somebody called me Archibald. My name is Archibald. And then I was like, you know what? Archibald eats. So Bolo Eats. That's just it. Right. Now, in the satisfaction stage, that's where The first time I actually felt like I was doing the right thing was when I sold out a brand from a video that got like 2,000 likes. Now, I didn't know that the video was going to get 2,000 likes, but then I decided to post it anyway. Now, this brand got sold out. The woman couldn't work for about 3 days because she had to buy more things. That's what made me realize that I was doing the right thing. Why am I here today? I'm here today to tell you to do it in the discomfort. You're not supposed to sit up and do it when everything makes sense. You're supposed to do it even when what you think makes or doesn't make sense to other people or doesn't make sense at all. Now, I have a friend who goes to the gym, and I remember visiting him sometime here in Ashesi, and there's one thing that he wrote on his wall that still stuck with me. How bad do you want it? Today, I want us to challenge ourselves. I want us to reinvent the question. You know, I started by asking, who enjoys the taste of fire? Let me re-ask the question. Who enjoys the taste of fire so much so that they are willing to go on to see what lies beyond the flame? Now, nobody's actually willing to see how the end is. This generation, everybody sort of wants to wake up and post and become a sensation the next day. But that's not how it works. I see a lot of people trying and then, yeah. But it's a lot of work that we have to put in place. So today, I'm just here to be your mirror. Start now. Don't start when it feels comfortable. Start because you itch to want to do it. Now, it might not seem easy at all. It's not easy because, well, I think the TEDx team did a good job by bringing me here so that I'm able to push you guys a little. So thank you, TEDxAshesiUniversity, for bringing me here. But push yourself beyond your limits. You're not supposed to feel comfortable to be able to change the next generation of leaders or bring up the next generation of leaders. One big takeaway from me is the fact that I've been able to work with brands that I never knew I would ever work with because I did it in the discomfort. That's all I want to leave with you today. But before you go home, the biggest lesson in life is to know that you are capable, and then anything anyone says about you, well, it's not true. Thank you very much.